Guys, what's up, man? Guys, well, welcome here for the next edition of the football news. Remember, guys, we are hoping that this will be a daily occurrence where you get that snack from the kid, your boy, the most handsome, amazing football analysis in the world, your boy, Double H Half Up, the golden Pekin, the blue kid. So this is just where we just pretty much run through the most pressing, most interesting football news stories in the world. And remember, guys, if you're a YouTube channel, welcome aboard. If you're a Patreon member, this will be done as the Football Hot podcast, which you can obviously listen to and download onto your phone to listen to anytime. And there's a little bit extra after this segment that are for my Patreon amigos. So without further ado, let's deal with the first item. Ibra and Guardiola, or should I say Guardiola, their beef continues. I think their beef has now turned into a flipping casserole. So Ibrahimovic has come out and he has said that he believes that Guardiola is the most immature manager that he's ever had to work with. Again, this is coming off the back of the Manchester derby, the Manchester brawl. Again, if you listen to yesterday's show, if you've been reading the news, a lot of some City players, allegedly City staff, they took aim at Manchester United's Ibrahimovic, saying that, hey man, you talk a lot, but you never really back it up. Ibra, you do talk a lot, bruh. So that's what's put out there. So I think Ibrahimovic has now come out and he said, because I think he was involved in that Guardiola is one of the most immature managers he's ever had to deal with. And again, this definitely comes off the back of the book that Ibrahimovic wrote, where he really revealed a lot of stuff about Guardiola. And I think based off the stuff he revealed in that book, and also him doubling down with his comments, you just know that him and Guardiola could never see eye to eye. And it's one of those things where, for Ibrahimovic, again, I've always felt that Ibrahimovic, he's the most overrated player out there, because I think there is truth in that. There is no football player that talks more than Ibrahimovic. And for the amounts you talk, you don't really back up the amount that you talk. Because you're good, man, yeah. But, bro, you talk a hell of a lot. But with that being said, though, it is very interesting what he said about Guardiola. And for me, which is what I've always said to people, that I try and be objective here. And I said that, look, Guardiola is amazing and I give the guys props. But I've always said that, no, this guy is very arrogant. That he's not this perfect saint that people think he is. And when you look at what he did to Ibrahimovic, how he ostracized him, how he pretty much kept him in the dark and just wasn't really man enough to really communicate with him, and was just wanted to be his own. I think that's spells of just bad management, for one, bad communication, but also it shows arrogance, to feel like, I don't need to stoop down and explain myself to this new player coming into my world, even if this player is an amazing player in his own right and has actually achieved some stuff before coming in there. I don't need to explain myself to him. So that can be arrogance. But definitely my thing is that, which is what I said in the football news yesterday, when these guys meet again, my God, I need Ibrahimovic on the pitch against Man City, and I need him to score. Because I think Guardiola has never addressed this. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, has Guardiola ever actually addressed what Ibrahimovic said in the book? Has he ever really addressed the kinds of jabs that Ibrahimovic has thrown at him? He never really has. So, that's, it's intriguing. So, let's move on to the next item. PSG. So, PSG are planning a big, huge bid for Oblak from Atletico Madrid. Now, guys, if you listen to the Hangouts or you're a footballing head and you know what's up, a lot of people will say that Oblak is a top 3, top 4 keeper. You've got De Gea, you have Neuer, of course, you've got Donnarumma, you have Oblak. But I think, if you want to say the top 3 guys out there, you look at De Gea, you look at Neuer, and arguably you probably put Oblak in that list. Not Joe Hart. And apparently PSG are said to be willing to actually trigger the €100 million release clause for Oblak in January. There's an obsession with release clauses, and the PSG look to be at the forefront of doing these release clauses. Now, I find this weird because Areola, that is his name. His name is Areola. He's been doing okay, and is that money? Would Oblak being in there be a player who would realistically help you over the hump. Because my thing is this, is that maybe that draw against Real Madrid actually has PSG a bit scared, and they're like, damn it. Do we trust Areola in goal over those two legs with people like Asensio, Isco, Cristina, and people shooting down on us? Probably not Lucas Vazquez. So that may be the thing. But for me, I think Areola is fine. Oblak is a vastly better keeper than Areola. But if I was advising PSG 100 million euros to get Oblak, I wouldn't go for that. I just think that's a bit too much, a bit too extreme, and that money can be better spent on 2 or 3 other players. My goodness, if you've got 100 mil to spend, my goodness, get some defenders. Get some defenders. I'm seeing Zuma being loaned out. Say to just look, we'll drop 60 on Zuma. We'll drop 60 or 70 on Zuma. Because Zuma would vastly improve PSG's defense, because that is an area which PSG needs to improve. Not only the keeper. So it's not the keeper needs to improve. They need to improve the defender. They need to improve the flipping defender. So if I had 70, 80 million for Hummels or Boateng, I'd be like, yo man, trigger that. Make that happen. Make it happen. So next order of business, we're looking at Casillas. So Iker Casillas, he is... Apparently, this is what has been said out there. He is decided that he wants to leave FC Porto. Okay, now here's my thinking on this. It's time to hang up your gloves. Casillas. It's time to hang up your gloves. Because again, for me, Casillas one, I even forgot that he still plays. I still forget that he even plays. I mean, is he even in the FC Porto? Because I'm not sure whether he was actually even in the FC Porto team. The match I was watching during on Wednesday when they were playing against Monaco. You are a Euro winner, World Cup winner, Champions League winner. You were arguably one of the man. You were arguably man of the match in that World Cup final against Holland. You've been one of the key reasons why Spain won those trophies, with the very pivotal saves that you made, as well as what you did for Real Madrid as well. It's almost the same with Buffon right now. Look, it's done. You will never reach your heights again. Now, if it's a money thing, fair enough. If it's look, man, let me just get some cheddar, get myself settled, or let me just keep on any money so that I fully realize what I want to do after I leave the game, because I don't want a situation where, oh man, I've got all this money, I've left the game, but there's nothing for me to do, and then 5-6 years time, I pretty much run out of all of this cash. So if it's a thing of you're just waiting to see what you can do after you fully retired, fair enough. But if it's a case where you know what you're going to do and you have enough money for your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids, hang up the gloves, because there is nothing else for you to win, for you to prove, and you're too old to have any kind of resurgence. Okay, you're not sniffing the Spanish national. Oh no, so sorry, you're retired from this. So it's you're not sniffing being a prime keeper or playing for a big club again. It's not happening. So cut your losses, earn your money, and then just stop trying to sort of diminish the great stuff that you've done. Because once you retire, people will can now talk about you. That forget about all that stuff for FC Porto. Forget about your last few days at Real Madrid. Let's focus at you at your prime at Real Madrid and at Spain. Simple as. Thomas Lemar. So Thomas Lemar, again, this was a guy who has been followed by Liverpool and Chelsea, but specifically Arsenal were thinking of getting him for 90 mil when the summer window almost ended, so that would allow Sanchez to then join Man City, but obviously that did not happen. Liverpool are also in the mix, but also as well, we're now hearing that a third player may want to come in, and it's Chelsea. So Chelsea won a bit of that crack cocaine. Now for Thomas Lemar, I mean, is it really that worth it? Is there really any point in getting Thomas? Who would he benefit the greatest? That's where I want to come in from. I think he can really benefit all teams, but the question is, answer the question I have up, which team will he benefit the most, Double H? I'm deciding between Chelsea and Arsenal. And I'm definitely leaning towards Chelsea. Now, the reason why I'm leaning towards Chelsea, because again, for Arsenal, I mean, I think he can benefit us because, like, look, Arsenal, they need quality. You can have Jacques and people in there. So I think Lemar would definitely be a huge boost, 100% for Arsenal. But why I say Chelsea is Fabregas, I think, is a player who can't give you like around 5, 6, 7 games. I think really age is beginning to catch up with him, and he's not really the kind of Fabregas of 2012, 2010, and so forth. And Bakayoko, I feel that I think that Bakayoko and Kante are pretty similar in a sense. And I think what Chelsea are missing is a pure central midfield. And I think Thomas Lemar is a pure pass-minded central midfield. Hence why he's similar to a Fabregas, where these guys are just, a pure central midfielder. Bakayoko is like a DM stroke, a box-to-box. Kante is an all-encompassing midfielder who is good at the passing, good at the defending, good at the attacking, and can do many different things. But what you need is a specialist. And I think what they're missing is a passing specialist. I think Lemar would be able to improve them in that department. But I think if all these three guys are going for it, the team that I think needs to really go all out and are desperate for it, I think should be Arsenal. Because again, if Chelsea don't get him, they still have got guys. Sorry, if you're relying on Xhaka to be your main midfielder and enforcer, you ain't winning anything at all. We're hearing Andre Silva now. Andre Silva, who plays for AC Milan. Now we're hearing that that Cristiano Ronaldo has said to the Real Madrid higher ups that they want him. Christian has said that he wants Andre Silva to join Real Madrid, and I think this is interesting in the sense of I feel that Benzema is crap, he's garbage, he's useless. Lucas Vazquez, I don't really trust him, and I've been hearing a lot of this Andre Silva guy, and I think maybe the AC Milan environment may not be the right for him, and I do think that Andre Silva can be an interesting understudy to Benzema, even though he won't learn anything. But Real Madrid, they're missing a striker. I mean, Real Madrid, they need a striker like a striker that is really at the top of his game. Because I think a striker that is really at the top of his game can vastly improve and really help Real Madrid. So I think I don't think he's ready to be a Real Madrid starter. I don't think he's really achieved his stripes yet, but he should definitely be starting to really get groomed in that sense. And I think if Cristiano is vouching for him, based off how he knows of him in Portugal, I think there's no harm in even trying, because again, you can loan him out, see how he does. If it's good, then have an option where it's like it's a loan with an option to buy. But Real Madrid are in a bad need of a striker who is young at the top of his game. Benzema ain't it. And lastly, we're hearing that Donnarumma has rejected Juventus. So the rumors that Juventus were coming in for a Donnarumma, again trying to prime away from AC Milan. And Donnarumma, 100%, he is the man to take over Buffon. He is the next in line. He is going to be Italy's next number one for the next decade. That is what I mean. Like everybody knows. I mean, I'm gonna say they're both called Gianluigi, and Buffon wants to pretty much pass that torch over to Donnarumma. Now, it would definitely make sense if Donnarumma is coming into Juventus. So as Buffon is really retiring, hanging up his gloves, Donnarumma takes over as the Juventus man. But I do like the fact that if he really has to be rejected and is staying with AC Milan, because again, guys, I believe in parity. Let's have some competition. For goodness sake, if Donnarumma goes to Juventus, you can't have one team having all the best players, the best current players and then the best up-and-coming players. That is just flipping stupid. And I think for Szczesny, Szczesny is a good keeper. Okay, he's not great, he's not that dependable, but he can give you some pretty good saves. And I think he's a pretty good keeper who is safe enough to have as your number one and just get some guy from the road as a number two. But 100%, please leave Donnarumma at Juventus. Thank you. So guys, that is it. All done here. Bada bing, bada three smacks. And yeah, man, we're all done here for the football news. I will see you guys again tomorrow for more news from around in the footballing world. Peace out, stay true, and stay black. Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Half of Football Hot patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hot, for more analysis. Peace.